Everybody, good midnight. This is 29 November 2020. So this was the real story about me and Taylor Swift, Taylor Ellison Swift. It starts from my early age of college on 2003. I start a medical student as a for form of doctor in University of Faculty Medical Faculty Christian in Indonesia in Cawang, Jakarta. Made pass the exam I had in 1 year, 2 semester, 2 periods of 6 months. I get the second champion from 1 years of graduated of 2003. My years on, it's not very hard to learn medical student, and we back up from Bogor to Jakarta going on bus at early morning into the late of evening, and many story, many friend, and loneliness for achieving my goal, becoming a good doctor as my will in the future. So, in the hardest day, 2005, I get sickness, and that is vomit of blood, called doctor diagnosed it as tuberculosis, TBC. It is so, as my knowledge of the disease is very scare, very horrible disease that make me as self vomit and collapse 2 times on the years. So I have been 2 times long respond on the hospital bed. It is traumatic and very made my mental drop so intense. In the years to make my scholarships done, I trying so hard to force myself into the making of hard learning to escape from the unpass of exam. So I made it so hard on the circumstance that not very support me to made those will come true. But in the end, it's made it through. And 29 November this time on 2007 I made my scholarship, medical scholarship, as a form of doctor. It is 29 November exactly as the day. And when I following the internship as a co-assistant of doctor, it is very difficult, and I try to take a course or uh, rent a small room on Jakarta, Cawang, and there's for some more forcing to make my self graduated as a best doctor co-assistant. In the middle of it, I turn into falsus. I get a disease of schizoaffective schizophrenia. As the first time doctors diagnosed me, I have schizoaffective disease, and in those cases, I learned so hard in the midnight into the morning, and repeated. No, no rest on the day, especially on exam on the more day. I was many friends that support me, but I take a distance from them because of my depression on the illness. I saw code. I read many code. My personality becoming disrupted, and then everything is forced to me as depression depressed me as an inferior mode of very pity humanity on those scale of college. And then in the doctoral, many of doctor was supported me. My family also supported me to fulfill my desire to ending the co-assistant mode as a doctoral graduate. But something else happened, and it is worsening and worsening as is affective mental disorders, and then many problematica in the doctors that made me have to leave the University of Christian of Indonesia, Faculty of Medical, and it is so hard for me to release the desire, the will to finish it, but uh, might be I have to calm down for a little bit, calm down to pursue something that is unavailable for me for the day. Yeah. I must learn to make my mental, my soul, my psychiatric condition as to ready for the true thing, that the real thing on my life. Yeah. Everything has changed, and those time is many story that's begun from the bipolar, and then this time is still diagnosed as a bipolar, from schizoaffective into the um, pre-recognition of bipolar disorder. And now might be the depression has been released, but manic is under control, and that is the diagnosis and the treatment that I have on Marzuki Mahdi Hospital in Bogor. So many things has been happen, uh, many preconditional that made me as who I am, made me as me, as now who I am now, and everything all that made me do like now is from the story of those treatment. Yeah, we go to the spiritual, we go to the holistic, we go to the doctor, we support from every element, from the basic of me, myself, and the people around me, and they are like the night that have made me safe from everything that make me must end those game of my heart's desire, lovers of universal faculty of Christian Indonesia. Yeah. And in the exile, we do some treatment. Yeah. From treatment to the go to the temple, go to the uh, sidekick, and consultation, especially with company at first time is my father that always beside me to journey on the long trip of this treatment, especially my mother, my father, my sister, my family, my big family around me, yeah. The husband, the wife, the children, they all support me to make all this treatment come to its possibility to come true. Yeah. I've been to the accident. I've been to fighting. I've been to scoundrel. I become to like prophet. I become to like divine. I become to like God, and those likes is made me as who I am now, and all those memory shapes me as who I am now. So in the Barack Obama presidential moment at that time in America, I was in Bali, in Florida, in Denpasar, Florida has sent Topan or hurricane, and at the same time, I was inspired by some of energy. Yeah, made me know that somebody use of satellite as the eye of the world made it their vehicle to surveillance the land of Bali at the time, and their unique mystic circumstance that made somebody want to search what is the secret or what is the source of the maintenance of the Balinese. And that time, my father was uh, a retirement from satellite already in 2010. My father was on the at the last title. He was managerial of Telkom satellite in Cibinong, Bogor, in Jakarta, Bandung, Bali, etc., and made the transaction of satellite selling in many country in the world. Yeah. She has been all over the world to around and go to Paris, go to China, Russia, Australia, Hong Kong, Japan, Canada, USA, Africa, Brazil, has made an appointment to sell link and controlling the satellite. At that time, I used Facebook in Barack Obama Florida hurricane to inspire me teach yoga from the satellite surveillance, and somebody catch those message. Yeah? Somebody catch those message in 2000 and couple, I think 2012 or 2013, and those message has been achieved by many satellite surveillance other side the country as the secret serve to the surveillance itself. And when the Facebook know, yeah, I've been centered as a practitioner that knowing yoga from the state, yeah. And the mystic become more greater, yeah. My ability to know the other side of the eye, the satellite, made it stronger relation, yeah. I and the other side countries made a communication, and it is become a reality communication that outside your imagination but your mind connected to it. We call it on the stage is escargot, yeah? While I was going out to other place like to Antigua or to the market in Bali, yeah? On those time they support me with many foreign civilian that also tourists in Bali to support my journey. So that is I call those pilgrim is like uh, an escargot. Escargot means you are filled payload with many support from others. Yeah. and it is develop growth into an intelligence. Like now, if you can might be a spy or James Bond, it is all what it make be it make a do. In those games, the White Horse Journey in Many Time, and also have a side of romantic. It is when the Red Sparrow, or you call her Taylor Allison Swift, Red Sparrow, was on the stage to perform the movie. Taylor Allison Swift was sent to learn about spies in the movie she was directed. So she learned the mystic one that has been told to her, has been leaked to her, which has me as a bad blood on the stage that have made her to spies someone country. So in the time she was attractive with me, and we made communication from I forgot what application on that on those years. Yeah, yeah, the folk. Yeah, I forgot, it's robotic, but the secret application made me connected with her, and in some day, I think it is 21st of July 2016, she said she'll do everything for me and want to marry me. I don't think it is what she just said. Uh, I think it is serious one. She told me in those speaking connection on mine and those application that she want to be mine. So we get those announced on 21st as our first date, our first relation, and she was my girlfriend at those years. Growth further and further with Facebook and many application, and then cargo. She was come to Bali at Discovery Mall. He discovered me, but that is just a first sight, a first very short, very short meetment. She was accompanied by her uncle, I think, and my couple of friends. And further and further, her mother come as a secret meetment, and her father also. But me, I am in the very false bipolar condition. Even in those magnificent condition I have, but it is unstable for that day. Further and further, I go wherever I go. I do harsh and many unpolite thing, but she always support me on that day. On 24th of February 2019, when she was with her agent. On those days, she said she was cry when the agent was want to pass the program of escargot. She advocate me to always support on to last year 24, and I was cry when she knowing she was that hard to support me in front of all of the agent of that day. Yeah. So something happened, and 18 June 2019, and with the song of A Whole New World, yeah, that is, I proposed him and married her. I proposed her and married her in Bali, as her name was Brahmi Iswari Parameswari Savitri Agnayu Parameswari. Bishop Brahmi Iswari Savitri Agnayu Parameswari. In the front of God that we had, I propose and do the thing. Yeah, so it was a memory back then. But 1 month later, I must go to back to the Bogor, and something happened again. It is worsening for the intelligent who lost their one eye. The eye of the world was broken. So also in 29 and 14 of August 2019, in the 29th of December of 2019, there is a flame on my house. I must go back to the psychiatry, to the asylum on the Marzuki Mahali Hospital, and 2 months there I was released, and there is COVID-19 that President Trump, that I have been support, is making the world on the pandemic or epidemic. It is worsening. Many happen again. I must go to my residence and other house, building my house back, and the story is still unstable. But she always support me until now. She was a loyal lady, I think. Goddess, I think. She's my goddess. She's my goddess that always support me on my life until now. Beside my family, my sibling, my friend, my country, and in this world again, it is very, very beloved by God. So until now, the red sparrow, the shaker of the world, the eye of the world, she was until now is still going on the, I think it is an exam, a treat from God for her life, for our life, until see or we pass our time until we graduated as what she or he will to our life. And I hope you, Taylor, will pass all of this exam. Me also, all of the human being, all of the family, all of the relative or the friend, all of the country, of the nation, all of the world, all of the universe will pass all this exam and make the further distance into a well-known human being as the perfection of humanity. Yeah, that is harmony of all of the realm. And thank you. Those songs are written for you. It is being you and all about loving you. And thank you. I love you. Bye bye. Good evening, good morning, and have a nice day. Thank you.